This is Z After. It's an interesting game. It's basically a hidden object game. You're kind of playing through a bird's eye view point-and-click adventure at the outset, but it's also got a tactical zombie fighting game built into it too. So I was attracted to it because I knew there was a zombie fighting game. But then I was kind of, pulled along into this interesting point-and-click adventure of a type that I don't really usually play because I was anticipating it being the kind of game that I do normally play. So I feel like this broadened my horizons a little bit, so I wanted to show it to you. So let's start the campaign. This place is a dump. Well, time to make the most of it. We interrupt this message. Outbreak. City quarantined. City is under martial law. All will be shot after Wednesday. Please make your way. Quarantine area. Pick up, sis. Pick up. This is Carol. You know what to do. Damn it. Hey, this is private property. Get off me. Okay, we got an axe. She picks it up. And she starts hacking the zombies apart. Now, I'm imagining that in the final released version of this game, we're probably going to play through that combat, but we're not right now. What were those things? And they ruined my car, too. I'll have to find the keys and hope that old junker on the lot still works. Gotta find my family. So this is the map of the farm. I believe this is your car that's overturned over here. And so you're hoping you can get this pickup truck to work. And so what you need to do is find the keys for the truck. Unfortunately, there's a lot of steps between here and there. So you can pick up items like this axe and open up your backpack, and I've auto-equipped the axe, and that allows me to do certain interactions that I couldn't do before, like hacking my way into this house. But that broke the axe, and so I might as well just toss the axe away. However, that is not the only weapon out here. If you look closely, there are other things you can find, like this pitchfork, for instance. So I'm going to take the pitchfork in case I need a weapon. But then let's go inside this house. So you can see it kind of moves your perspective. It never depicts your character when you're in the search phase. It just is moving you around from location to location, and you just kind of poke around here and click on things and see what you can find. Most of the containers don't contain anything. But, oh, cowboy chaps. Absolutely, we'll take those. And a riot vest, yes. So you can see we're donning this stuff automatically. And so basically what you're doing is you're playing through basically an adventure game, a point-and-click adventure game, and a lot of what you're doing during this phase involves like finding the right item, combining the right items, solving problems in the environment. But at the same time, you're collecting a set of gear that's going to be useful during the combat phase at the end. And so you're trying to manage your inventory so that you're collecting all the stuff you need, but also you've got enough space to deal with the point-and-click adventure elements of the game. So I think I'm going to hang out over here so you can actually see what's in the backpack. Let's go in this closet. Nope, that's not a closet. That's just the way downstairs. What else am I missing here? Okay, so I've played through this before, so I know some places to click. It took me a very long time to find some of these. So for instance, we've got this portrait. We can take this off. And we've got a note. Some thugs have been circling the farm. I'm going to hide in the cellar. Here is the code, 1544. This is different this time. The last time I played it was like 1595 or something like that. So this means they randomize it each time. I was actually curious about that. They do randomize it each time. So you actually do have to remember where the thing is if you want to play through it again. So I've got that note now. I can refer to it from my backpack. So we can get out of here. And I'm trying to remember, was there anything else up here that I need to do? You can look in the toilet. You can open the wardrobe, but I think that might be... Okay, you need to stop. Okay, whatever. Let's get out of here. Oh, we've got some shoes. We'll take those. So far, things are going well with our inventory because we're equipping everything we're finding.
Dad, that you?
Nope.
Well, you'd better stay back. I got a gun, and I ain't afraid of using it. Dad, help me. Something's happening.
Oh, interesting. The previous time I played this, I chose dialogue options that actually had him ask me to kill him. And so I solved it in dialogue. I didn't get into the fight. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to move up to him. Wait, what? I can attack him with the fridge? Are you kidding? Okay, no, I can't. Or maybe I could have clicked... Maybe I could have clicked something different and made the fridge fall on him. That would have been really cool. But, no. Okay, so I stabbed him with a pitchfork. And now I can go in here. And there's a light. There's nothing else I can really click on. Including this, though. This bugged me when I first saw it. I did eventually figure out how to open it. By the way, spoilers for this. I'm going to be solving everything that I know how to. There's one puzzle I have not yet solved. But I've solved most things. So if you want to experience this on your own, stop this video. Go get the demo. I'll put a link in the doobly-doo. But over here, there's a way to open that secret door. Somewhere. I clicked. Am I wrong? What? I feel like I clicked here last time. There it goes. Okay, there's just like a special spot. That book right there is where you have to click in order to open this door. So you can go in here and like go down this ladder, and there's just like a secret little place here where somebody used to hang out. And we've got a ball. But I don't know. I've never found anything particularly useful to do with any of this stuff down here. And so it makes me feel like I'm missing something. I don't know what I'm missing, but I'm missing something. Because there is something over here. There's a jack-in-the-box. And somewhere on the farm, there's a crank for this jack-in-the-box, but I've never been able to get to it. Because there's a dog. And so part of me is like, is there a way for like me to use the ball to distract the dog or something? But I don't have a way to pick up the ball. And I mean, what, can I pitchfork the ball? Probably not, right? So I don't quite know. I can't pick up any of this stuff. So this is the big mystery down here. I don't know what to do with this area. But I'm going to back out of here, and we're going to go and explore other places. Yeah, like, there's like a ball over here. I'm like, is there stuff I can entertain the dog with? Is there dog food somewhere? There's some cans up here. But, like, nothing is immediately telling me that I can actually do something with it. So I'm going to look around a little bit. Okay, there's a crowbar over here. There's also a repair kit. Huh, won't fix broken bones, but tools and armor? Sure. Drag on the item you wish to repair. I don't feel like I've ever found that one before. Do I need to use it to repair the truck? Nope, that just puts it away. Huh. Okay, now I'm getting very curious about this. Because it makes me wonder... I've been assuming this is the same every time. But maybe it's not. Maybe there's like subtle differences here. You can drag this body out. Then you can dig around because you got the shovel. Last time I found a gun in here. They are varying this up. Okay, that is fascinating. Robot arm, that was there last time. Oh, but I don't have space for it in my backpack. Okay, let's ignore the arm for now. I need to get a new backpack. I don't remember exactly. Oh, wait, up here. Yes, the rucksack. Let's take that. So now I've got 4 more spaces. But it's kind of funny because I don't think that this actually uses... Yeah, I don't think this actually uses backpack space. It counts as an artifact. So I found 1 of 2 artifacts now, and it's this guy. And it didn't actually have to fit in my backpack. So it's funny. I think that they do, like when you're picking up an item, they do a check for space in your backpack, and they won't let you pick it up if there's no space, even if it isn't going to end up going in the backpack. Which is funny because I've dealt with very similar problems in projects that I've worked on. So I guess I'll hold on to the shovel. I got the pistol too, just in case. Let's look inside the barn. So we can take the lids off these things. Okay, we got shotgun shells. 5.56. Right now we've got a pistol, and that fires 9 mil. So I'm gonna ignore shotgun shells for now. We've got the hose end for a fuel can. We'll take that. There's a pickaxe here. There's a crowbar here in case I need those as tools or weapons. I don't remember if there's anything else. Oh, you know what I bet the repair kit's for? I bet if it's for, like, if I break a weapon or something. And so, yeah, maybe they just didn't... Maybe this isn't for solving something in the puzzles. Maybe this is just for maintaining my gear for survival. 308 ammo. 9 mil. Take the 9 mil. Let's look over here now. So we've got... Ooh, some military boots. I think those are better than my current shoes. These are movement +3. The tennis shoes are movement +1. So things that I don't actually need, I can probably toss away. When you drag something away, it looks like it vanishes. It's not actually vanishing. What's happening is it's going back to wherever you originally found it. So you can always get it again if you remember where you originally found it. This door looks like it should open, but it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know why people keep ammo in their fuel tanks. We did that too in State of Decay. I've got a bunch of 9 mil now. Ooh, we've also got a hunting rifle though. And that probably fires the 308. And we've got nails. I'm not sure what the nails are for. We got bats. Okay, that's about all we've got going on right there. Let's go into this other barn back here. Wait, no, this is just where we were, isn't it? Have we been to all the barns? I think we've been to all the barns. I think, yeah, I need to come back here for the... Wasn't there some 308 in here? Maybe not. Whatever. Anyway. Okay. Looking around further, I happen to know about something I skipped just now, which is the trap door in the floor. So we're going to go down here, and here's a fuel can. So we can take that fuel can with us, and this generator, it's empty. We got to find some gasoline. And this is telling me that we've got 2 items in my inventory that I can use to craft something new. So we can take this and this. I said and this. Craft them together to get a fuel can. And let's put that... Do I not need to put it back? Do I just leave? The heck? Get back there. Okay. Guess it wasn't working because I was in the tutorial. Okay, so let's take off the generator lid. But I don't have any gas yet. So it took me forever to figure out where to get gas before. And part of the problem is this is the spot over here. These tanks. But there are so many tanks like that all over the place that don't do it. Like, you can put this on any tank. Doesn't do a darn thing. But over here, this is where you can refill it. Yay, successfully filled the can. Okay, so occasionally there's parts of this game that are like, come on, man. Like, I'm looking all over the place. I'm checking all of these fuel cans. Like, none of them are working. Even the one that's, like, spilling black stuff on the ground. I'm like, okay, well, clearly these are not the place I get gas. So I stopped looking. It took me forever to find that these were actually the place where you could refill the fuel can. So now I've got the fuel can, and I can fill up the generator. Whoops. It's the Paracel Corporation. So we're filling that up, and we can turn it on, and that turns on this electronic lock. This keypad originally, I forgot to check it before. The keypad was off because the generator wasn't on yet. So now we've got access to the keypad, and it's 1544. Cool. So now we can open the door. And we've got a weird little bunker in here. Bunch of ammo. Oh, we got some 308 for our sniper rifle. And I don't remember what all we can open in here. But we've got this note. If you're reading this and I'm already dead, I watched Wood Gump, a movie classic, and Wood Gump's best friend, LT Dan, had his legs blown off while trying to serve raw fish to a fish allergy dude at my friend's sushi restaurant. Sure. The guy pulled a machete out and sliced LT's legs straight out from under him. Long story short, I thought it'd be cool to try to blow my legs off and see how it'd feel. Not my brightest moment. Now I'm bleeding out. Thanks. Tom Hangs. Yeah, okay. They should have made a disclaimer not to try that at home. Oh, I wish I could bring my prized possessions with me. Too bad no one will ever find the corner where I stashed it. So, he wanted to bring his prized possessions with him. No one will find the corner where he stashed them. I'm pretty sure what he's talking about is that place where I couldn't get past the dog. I'm betting that's what he's talking about. And unfortunately, I've got no idea what to do about that. Okay, so I could open this door. There doesn't seem to be anything in here. I don't know why I can open this door if there's nothing inside, but there you go. So apparently whoever lived here went down to the cellar, blew his own legs off, and and he's got some secret stuff that's probably over here in that Jack-in-the-Box. Now, I don't remember exactly where the crank for the Jack-in-the-Box is. I've got a guess. There's a spot over here. There we are, yeah. So I've got the lever for the Jack-in-the-Box, and some creepy stuff you can do here. You can just give this scarecrow a scary face for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. But, yeah, so I've got this hint that there's something waiting for me somewhere. I've also got a hint that there are supposed to be 2 artifacts here. And I've only found one, the robot arm. And I'm not sure what to do with this information. So, like, there was one point, I got stuck on the fuel can before. I actually needed help from the internet to figure out that this was a place that I could get fuel. And so, but I didn't see anybody offering hints on how to get past the dog. I'm not sure that anyone out there has figured it out yet. So if you've played this and you've figured out how to get past this dog, please tell me. I would love to know in the comments what you found. So, I would check, like, this game was fun for me. Obviously, if you've watched this far, I've ruined it for you. You know where everything is. Though, I mean, there are going to be some subtle differences here and there. You basically know how this works. But if for some reason you do want to check it out and you do find the answer to that question, leave me a comment. I'm going to probably go nuts if I don't figure out how to get past that stupid dog. All right, so we've got the keys to the car now. We could leave. Let's look at our equipment, though. So we've got some armor. We've got heavy boots to give us better movement. We've got some guns. Okay, so this thing does more damage, but from a shorter range. Got it. Okay. Well, here, let's start with the gun in our hand. So we could just quit right now. Last time I found a helmet, I think. Am I remembering that right? I'm not sure. I think it was in here, and I think if I didn't see it just now, it probably isn't here this time around. I do appreciate that they put different equipment in different places each time, so it is a little bit different each time you play. So maybe there just is no helmet. Maybe there's a repair kit, but no helmet. And that makes sense. So maybe I'm as prepared as I can be? By the way, also, if you have an axe, you can collect wood from here. Maybe it doesn't even require the axe. Maybe you just can get wood from there. And I don't know what the wood's for. Maybe it's for something that happens later on in the game. Maybe it can be combined with something to craft something. I'm not sure. So there's some mysteries left. Like I spent way longer than the past, 20 some minutes, the first time I played through this, doing everything I could possibly think of. And I found more stuff than I've showed you, though not a lot more. But I'm clearly missing a few things. And I don't know, some of it is like, maybe just the demo doesn't include it. Maybe there's a use for the wood the demo doesn't include. Or, I mean, wait a minute. Could I block the dog? Is that a crazy idea? That's probably a crazy idea, right? Okay, I don't think I need the repair kit, so I'm going to drop that. Let's take this... I mean, that can't be right. That's not right. Is it? This is not what it is. That can't be the answer. No, it's not the answer. I thought, maybe it's like throwing the dog a stick or something. But no, I can't board it up. Like, that would be nice if I could, but no, I don't think so. Yeah, so, like, that's the kind of thing I find myself trying, though. You end up just sort of doing that classic point-and-click adventure thing of just, like, trying everything to see what sticks. But, I mean, they do a pretty good job of, like, most of the things you just try randomly, most of them won't work. I did randomly click around to find that book my first time through. But, yeah, okay, so I don't know what the wood is for. Probably nothing. I think I'm going to put it back. I'm going to grab the repair kit instead. But yeah, I think I've done what I can. So, let's start the car. Is this, like... Yeah, let's do that. Alright, here we go. Zombie fighting time. So I can move... but I won't quite get close enough to him. I could move here and then attack him with the pistol. And he's dead. Okay, cool. Let's... Okay, so he's going to move one space each turn. Oh, he got me. Okay, yikes. And now, we have Farmer Charlotte Spider. Farmer Charlotte loves spending time on the farm. If he's not clearing corn, hay bells? Hay bells? Not hay bales. And picking up bags of flour, he's spending time with his love, Wilbur. There are a lot of mutated references to media. Charlotte's Web is out of copyright, isn't it? Anyway, whatever. Favorite food, pork. Health, 12. Melee attack, 3 to 4 damage. Movement, 2. Ranged attack. So he's got some ranged attacks as well. So I'm kind of not safe from this guy ever. Now, my first time through, I did discover multiple pieces of armor. And so it's possible that maybe he can deplete my armor, and then I can replace it with new armor if I had extra stored up. I don't have extra stored up, though. Okay, so he does the most damage up close. I want to keep my distance. So maybe, even though it does less damage, I'm thinking the hunting rifle might be a good call. However, if I'm in range to hit him, he's also in range to hit me. Okay, I'm actually gonna... No, I didn't mean to hit that. I meant to... Okay, fine. let's back up as far from him as we can and still attack him. 5. Okay, he's got 7 left. Ooh, and he's hitting me twice, and he's gotten all the way through my armor. Okay. So can I attack and then move? I'm actually not sure how that works. Oh, that was the escape key. Okay, right-clicking gives me this back. So if I can attack and then move, that seems ideal. Oh wait, how much damage does a shovel do? Not enough. Nope. Attacking ends my turn. Okay, I've got 5 health left. So maybe... The thing is, I don't think I can move far enough. And you can only shoot in straight lines, which is really an unusual restriction in a sort of a tactical game like this. So it's hard to get to a position where you can shoot him with the amount of movement that you have. Yeah, so he's just going to keep damaging me. So I am going to move away from him a little bit. But we got it. Okay, cool. And then this happens. Apparently there was some kind of scientist hiding behind that dead body. And he's taking notes. Thanks for playing the Z After demo. The game is still a work in progress. If you find any bugs, please help us squash them, etc., etc. So yeah, so is the scientist, was the story about the, like, I mean, that weird Forrest Gump thing, was it written by the scientist as a cover to explain the dead body that was covering up his hiding place? Or was that legit and he just hid behind the guy? Or, like, I don't know what's going on. But this was a neat game, right? Like, they're doing something really interesting here, and that's why I wanted to highlight it. Like, there's parts of it that don't quite work for me. The fact that there's a zillion fuel cans all over the place and only one cluster of them has fuel feels really misleading and weird. I beat my head against that dog problem forever. That's probably not a problem. I mean, having, you know, secrets in the game that are really hard to uncover feels actually appropriate for this, and it wasn't necessary for me to progress. So I was beating my head against it because I wanted to know, but I didn't have to know in order to move on. And so that actually, that's a good call. Some of the writing is a little bit like, what are you trying to do here exactly? But, you know, it's tongue-in-cheek. They're not actually, you know, there's an interesting tonal thing going on where everything is presented with this, like, you know, listen to the music, right? It's all atmospheric and crazy, but the writing is incredibly silly. And so, like, I can't quite decide what tone they're going for here. Whether it's meant to be kind of like ominous and serious, you know, everything's drawn in black and white, or everything's kind of drawn loosely and kind of cartoony, and the characters are saying silly things. But then there's somebody who, you know, wants you to kill him because he's turning into a zombie. So I don't know. There's like a lot of, it's going a lot of directions at once, but it's really neat and it's different from everything else. And that's one of the things I'm always looking for when I'm playing Next Fest demos, is like, who's doing something that's strange that I haven't seen before? And this game definitely falls into that category. So I'm glad that I checked it out, and I'll be really curious to see how it shapes up in the future. But that was it. I mean, you know, obviously, you know, this was about half an hour that I spent playing this, but you know, you can spend a lot longer on it if you didn't watch a video that told you all the secrets. So I spent more than an hour on it the first time I was playing it, so it's worth that, and I didn't regret my choices at all. And if they add a bunch more levels to this, I mean, this could actually be, you know, a pretty fun way to spend your time. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, actually. Despite my complaints, you know, or my minor light criticisms, I think this is a worthwhile thing that somebody's doing, and I really hope they keep at it and that they, you know, bring it into its best form, so we get to see the final version of release. But that's my subscribe button, because we're done. I'll put some other Next Fest demos over here, and I will see you later.